Hi, we're talking with Brenda Brown, Public Sector Sales, HP Software, about the Create Separation play. The HP brand is so strong. Why not just leverage the brand to create differentiation?
You're right, it's a great brand, and we do leverage the brand. However, again, in these days and times, you have to do a lot more. So it's developing the relationship with your influencer, your buyer, whomever you're dealing with at that time, and it's also creating some separation. And we have a great play from the VMO that allows us to do create separation in the account. So we work with our influencers, we work with our folks that are doing the selling for us internally to help create that and separate us from the pack.
A lot of research today suggests that buyers are educating themselves much more without even involving the supplier. So how do you create separation when, in fact, they may not even be contacting you?
Well, you're absolutely right. There's so many resources available for them to get the information now. Everything's out on the web. They're doing a lot of research. When we develop the relationships in the account, we have to bring this out very early on. The create separation play allows us to work with that customer, allows us to do the so what, why HP? Why use an HP brand? We do create that separation with our competitors in doing that because it's a very interactive device for us. It's an interactive model for us. And so we develop the business drivers and everything that they need. It gets us away from the pack again, and it's a great resource.
What are the tangible deliverables that come out of this play, Create Separation?
You really start developing with the customer interactively. It's actually you're building a framework or a value story. And the value drivers that they create are their value drivers. Whatever their initiative is or program, they can name it. For example, how many hours does it take to create a particular application, or it might be how many people are involved in this, how much do they make. So these are all their numbers. It's not something that we're giving them. It's not industry standard. It's their particular situation. So they have an ownership of it, and it's a model that allows them, again, to create that separation utilizing that framework, and you get them to start thinking about all the values that they need to consider in the solution that they're looking at.
What is a real-life example of this?
Well, within another agency that we have, we've had to, as a matter of fact, they were considering some other competitors. They were considering some other options. So, we came in early and we looked at how do we separate ourselves and what do we do with this. In this particular case, we were able to sit down with the buyer or the influencer at that point and go through what they thought the framework should look like. So when this gets represented up, they have all this information and they can make the case if they need to, and we come in with them to make the case to the executives as necessary.
And Brenda, when you're looking at options, I mean, sometimes you're helping a customer look at a competitor if they want to look at different options. How do you balance the fact that you're trying to put the best foot forward for HP and yet open it up for other options?
You have to be as open and transparent as possible. When you're doing this in deals, people buy from people they trust. We give them the information they need. We're showing and identifying and being transparent for them. It allows them to feel a lot more comfortable and to justify what they're doing, because it's not just about feeling comfortable, we know that. It's about justifying and making sure that this matches and this is the right solution for them. We not only have the technology, but with the VMO office, we're able to represent the information that they need and that they're going to need for their organization to make sure that this happens correctly for them.
Don't they view the VMO as skeptical coming from just HP?
Absolutely not. It's not information that comes from HP. It's information that's independent of HP. So it's not something that HP's populated on here. And again, a lot of that information that's in that leave behind is what they've put in there, not what we've put in there. So it's not HP, it's independent. So that's what you really want to focus on and let them know. And we can bring the VMO folks in. They can sit with us to go through this, and they'll understand it's a separate organization from us.